yeah, 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 oh, yeah, yeah, born and dead, saved by love, count my blessings from above. Though in darkness, have no fear. Light will shine on those holding near. They know that sorrow they will pass. For I know in this life there will be some pain. But remember that love, yes it will, love will reign, yeah, love will reign, yeah, in my heart I believe it, love will reign, oh, yeah, yeah, have a vision, it's clear and plain. People living life, smiling again. Oh, see the children, they know no pain. Far from pressure, stress and strain. Oh, sorrow, they will pass. For I know in this life there's gonna be some pain. But remember that love, yes it will. I know, yeah, love will reign. Gotta believe it. In my heart, I truly believe sun will shine again, and love, I can hardly wait. In the light of the sun, we'll all be together. There'll be peace, peace, sweet peace. There'll be peace, happiness and joy forever. Oh, yeah. One day, someday, hate will be over and love will reign. They won't last, for I know in this life there's gonna be some pain. But in the end, love will reign. Yeah. Love will reign. Said it in His word. Weeping may endure the night. Love will conquer all. Love will win the fight. So don't be discouraged. Don't be dismayed. The darkest hour just before the day. Hate will be crushed, fear will be gone, love will remain and go on and on. Though the road seems rough, my friend, we know how the journey ends. Oh, yeah. Love will reign. Love will reign. Oh, love will reign. Love will reign.
Love will reign. I'm Marcus Holmes. I'm excited to have you join me this evening for another edition of Love and Stuff. And so, whether you're watching us from the Facebook Live community group, the Love and Stuff community group, whom we love so much, where we're emanating from, or any of the groups connected there, the Marcus R. Holmes page on Facebook, or if you're watching us on the HR Passion to Go page on TikTok, if you're watching us on HR Passion on YouTube, if you're watching us on Love and Stuff Guy on Instagram, if you're watching us on Twitch, if you're watching us anywhere, we're grateful, and everywhere that you are. Take a moment and click share, tag someone to join in tonight's discussion as we delve again into the inbox. You know, in this month of April, we're talking all about setting healthy boundaries. And so we delved into the inbox and found this topic and wanted to share it with you about setting healthy boundaries. Where are your relationships headed? And what are you doing to set the kind of boundaries that fit those relationships? Because you must have a worthiness consideration for yourself that you teach people how to treat you. So, wherever you're watching from, and YouTube events, I apologize not shouting out my you folks. Wherever you're watching from, take a moment to click share, tag 5 of your closest friends, followers, connections, or subscribers, 5 of the more popular ones, to join us in tonight's discussion straight from the inbox. And I hope that you will click share right now. As 15 years of maybe, when forever lives only in your head. All right. So tonight on Love and Stuff, we're talking about one of the most painful relationship traps there is. Loving someone who enjoys access to you, but who never fully chooses you. Well, from the inbox, she has spent nearly 15 years in what we will call a situationship with a man she calls her forever person. In that time, she's gotten married and divorced. He has had multiple relationships, including with the mother of his child. Yet somehow they've always remained friends. But what happens when friendship becomes emotional convenience? When loyalty becomes self abandonment? When hope keeps you tied to someone who has never really claimed you and therefore is not tied to you? Tonight, we're going to discuss healthy boundaries, emotional clarity, and how to stop giving a lifetime access to someone who only counts you as temporary. If you've ever held on to potential, waiting for someone to become ready, or confused history with destiny, this show is for you. Listen, and I'm going to post this, take a moment. I'm going to post this right into the chat, and hopefully it will post across platforms, and then I won't have to reread it, but I'll be happy to do that if I need to, so that everyone can see the topic as you're coming in. I hope you're clicking share as you come in right now. All right, let me post this topic and I will share it with you. Thank you for joining wherever you're watching, whether you're on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, you name it. All right, there's the topic, and we're going to pin it. We'll show it and pin it. There we go. And show it. All right, fantastic. It is showing, it is pinned, it is everywhere. All right. And I'll read it. Dear Love and Stuff, I've been involved with the same man in some form for almost 15 years. We've never officially been together, but we've always remained friends. We talk, we reconnect, we drift apart, then somehow come back around. During these years, I got married and divorced. He's had several girlfriends, including a relationship with the mother of his child. But no matter what happens in our lives, he always circles back to me. The problem is, I love him. I always believed he was my forever person. I thought one day he would realize what we had and choose me for real. But after all this time, nothing has changed. He still keeps me close, but never close enough. He calls when it's convenient. He leans on me emotionally. He says I matter, but never enough to commit. I'm starting to feel like I've wasted years of my heart on a man who likes access more than love. How do I set boundaries with someone I never stopped hoping for? Signed, tired of being the backup plan. I want you to think about that because this is one of the deepest emotional traps that many good people fall into. Giving permanent access to someone who only offers temporary energy or convenience. 15 years of almost, maybe, one day, wrong timing, bad timing, unfinished timing. If someone keeps returning to your life but never choosing you, are they your forever person or your favorite lesson? Let's talk about boundaries and the emotional truths that go along with them and how to reclaim your heart. Now, this is a topic that can be heavy because some heartbreak doesn't come from betrayal. Sometimes heartbreak comes from hope. Hoping can keep you tied to something long after reality has left the room. And 15 years of not building, not marriage, not being chosen, just availability can be devastating. And somebody watching knows what this feels like. You only get the call when they're lonely. They check in when your relationship ends. They flirt just enough to keep the door cracked. They tell you how special you are, but never truly act like it. And you keep telling yourself, maybe timing, maybe fear, maybe one day. But sometimes one day is just another way to say never while keeping you nearby. And healthy boundaries are important because they're not punishment, they're protection, they're clarity. Healthy boundaries are self respect with a backbone. Okay? So, this 15 years of emotional layaway, let's see what we can do to share with her tonight. And I want you to drop in the comments, have you ever stayed in a relationship too long because of hope? I want to hear from you. Drop in the comments, have you ever stayed in a relationship too long because of hope? Right? All right, this is Love and Stuff. So thank you, those that are on TikTok, unless you haven't been on with me on a Tuesday night. Tuesday nights are a little bit different than what you hear all during the day. This is about relationships, right? It's love and stuff. So I hope that you will stay tuned in, stick and stay with me. You may learn something about your own relationships. And so I decided that we would provide some information from some of the relationship experts, as we often like to do, because that helps us to navigate and understand there are better ways to handle our situation. So I'm going to share some points from them. Dr. John Gottman and Dr. Romani Duversala and Esther Perel and others you'll hear throughout the evening. I wanted to share some of the relationship advice to teach you how to set healthy boundaries because they are needed. And in point one, you got to have some belief or believe in patterns, not promises. This is some good stuff from Dr. John Gottman's relationship research. The first truth tonight is that patterns are often louder than potential. You know how you say, if he could just get this right, or she could just get this right, or just hang in there, they're going to grow. Patterns are speaking louder than potential, and you should listen. Don't be deaf to patterns. Dr. John Gottman's decades of relationship research shows that stable relationships are built on trust, consistency, responsiveness, and commitment, not vague and indiscriminate or infrequent feelings. So this man has shown a 15-year pattern. He leaves, he returns, he receives, he retreats, he repeats. And that's not confusion. That's a system of complacency. That's right. He leaves, he returns, he receives, he retreats, and he repeats. Dr. Ramani says when people benefit from ambiguity, they rarely rush to clarify it. So he's benefiting from your emotional availability, but because there's ambiguity, he's not going to rush to clarify it. Here are 3 how-tos to help you apply this patterns over potential. Number 1, write the pattern timeline. Take pen to paper tonight and list the last 15 years or 7 years or 2 years or whatever it is where you've been emotionally available for someone. Check the pattern. When did he disappear? Are there specific times? Hello, Nicole Baldwin. Tap share and click someone to join in. When did he return? When he returned, what did he want? Did he get it? Did he disappear again? Was commitment ever offered? Was anything offered in exchange for something? Because sometimes you need to see patterns on paper to help you break the fantasy. If you want to choose patterns over potential, number 1, write the pattern timeline. List the number of years you've been together and say, when did he or she disappear? And when did they return? And when they returned, what did they want? And did they get it? Did they disappear again? Did they repeat? Did they ever offer commitment? Writing it down, seeing the patterns on paper can help you break the fantasy of what your narrative you're running in your head. Okay? Number 2, when we're talking about patterns over potential, judge the actions over words. So stop taking such note of the wonderful things he or she is saying. Stop scoring conversations and start scoring behaviors. Not, he said he loves me. He said he cares. He said I make him feel better than anyone else. Did he choose you publicly? Did he plan a future with you? Is he building toward a goal of being with you? Does he sacrifice for you? So number 2 is judge actions over words. Okay? Number 3, rename the relationship and be honest with yourself. If this person hasn't presented to be a soulmate or presented to be your forever person, call it what it has been. Intermittent emotional access. Sometimes your healing begins with you naming what it is for what it is. Starts with your vocabulary. I want to ask you this question. I hope you will be honest with yourself and me and drop it in the comments. Have you ever loved someone's words more than you watched their patterns? I want you to ask yourself that question. Have you ever loved someone's words more than you've watched their patterns? Drop that in the comments. I want to hear from you. Those that are here, I appreciate your being here. We're talking from the inbox about setting healthy boundaries when there has been a situationship and you're emotionally available, but really the other person isn't. Click share and tag someone to join us. Motivate Me on TikTok says, I can hesitate saying yes. Bungani has joined us. Thank you so much. Over there on TikTok, we appreciate it. I'm going to be moderating those comments because I can't see them in the feed. I'm only seeing Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So Instagram and TikTok, help me out. We got to get your comments going. All right. I want you to think on that just for a moment. And I want to share with you really quickly one of our amazing partners, who is June Rochelle Eaton and DetroitCouture.com.
Hi, my name is June Rochelle, and I own Detroit Couture. We are a fashion forward women's boutique, and we offer friendly sizes from small all the way up to 3X women's sizes, very generously fit, very great quality. I actually have on one of our pieces today. It's called the Cuffed Up. It's in gray, burgundy, and black and olive, and it actually has a lot of stretch and give. So listen, in this time, we try to make sure that first of all, it's quality and customer service that we offer our clients. And I'm so glad to have this opportunity to share with you. So go and visit us at DetroitCouture.com.
Go and visit them at DetroitCouture.com. Thank you, June, for being a partner, a value partner to the Love and Stuff community. We're talking from the inbox about a woman who's been in a 15-year on and off relationship through marriage and divorce, and they have never connected in a covenant relationship. And we're talking about how to help her set healthy boundaries. And looking at Dr. John Gottman's work, along with Dr. Ramani Duversala's work on behavioral consistency, we identified a couple of things. Patterns have to be louder than potential. Oftentimes they are. And so we shared 3 how-tos to set that boundary. Begin. The groundwork is write the pattern timeline. Okay. Number 2, judge actions over words. And number 3, rename the relationship honestly. Not soulmate, not forever person. Call it what it has been: intermittent emotional access. And I asked just before that break, have you ever loved someone's words more than their pattern? I want you to respond and tell the truth. Someone said, I can hesitate saying yes. Bungani, thanks for joining us. I hope that you all will click share and tag someone. It's Love and Stuff tonight. All right. Point 2, stop confusing history with destiny. And we pulled relationship advice from Dr. Esther Perel and Dr. Sue Johnson, who are both attachment theory researchers. Because just because someone has been in your life a long time does not mean that they are meant to be number one in your life and meant to be in your life forever. Many people confuse longevity with compatibility, familiarity with safety, chemistry with destiny. And Dr. Perel often discusses how people stay tied to dynamics because they are familiar. But you got to ask yourself, are the dynamics that I'm tied to, are they fulfilling? Some people aren't your future, Dr. Perel says. They're your habit. Is it time to break your habit to move to your future? Ask yourself that. Here are the 3 how-tos regarding really understanding the difference between history and destiny. History does not necessarily mean destiny. All right. Number 1, ask yourself, if I met him or her today, would I choose this ambiguity, this lack of clarity? Would I choose this 15-year on and off today? No history, no nostalgia, No old memories, no back in the days, no feeling giddy 15 years ago. If this person walked into your life today offering the same inconsistency, would you sign up? If the answer is no, it's likely that history is carrying what truth would reject. I want you to think about this one. You know you've invested this time and in the inbox, 15 years on and off. And there are others who understand this dynamic of being on and off, migrating to different relationships, coming back together. Let's just set that history aside. Let's set that nostalgia aside. Let's set those old memories aside, that back in the day feeling. Ever had that back in the day feeling? You just think about that song and it brings all of these memories back to bear, brings them back to the forefront. Whatever your song was, maybe it was My Girl, or it's Just My Imagination, or it's Endless Love, or it's Brown Skin. Come on, help me out. All of those songs evoke certain memories, don't they? You have a song that you can remember. If you do, drop it in the comments that reminds you of that person, your person. And you're like, oh, our first date. Oh, we did the picnic. Oh, we were on the roller coaster ride. Oh, we did ... right? I want you to put that aside for a minute. Put that aside for a minute. No history, no nostalgia, no old memories, no old songs, no favorite restaurants. If you met that person today and they were offering the same inconsistency, I'm going to be with you when I can be with you, but when I can't, I ain't. Saturday love, come on. Love Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody else. You bring me joy. Come on, I'm a big Anita Baker fan. You bring me joy when I'm down. I'm a big Whitney Houston fan. I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. All of those songs, don't they bring up the memory of somebody who you're like, Put that aside. And if you met that person today and they told you, well, I'm going to get in where I fit in. I'm going to come around. I don't really know what I'm looking for. You know, let's just take the steps. Let's just see what happens. Would you sign up for that? If the answer is no, history is carrying what truth would reject. Okay, that's number one. When you're thinking about stopping the confusion between history and destiny, first thing is, if you met him or her today, would you choose this? Meaning this inconsistent situationship. Okay. Number two, you got to separate memory from reality. Separate memory from reality. Memory says, he knows me. We've been through a lot. We've been through a lot together. Reality says, what is he offering now? How does he show up now? What peace and clarity exist in the relationship now? Because we can rehearse and reminisce and inform the reality with some version of the memory, right? Revisionistic. Well, he's always been there for me in the down times, but that's probably not true if he's inconsistent. Now, is it? He understands me so much unlike anybody else. Then why doesn't he understand what you really want? We often use our memory to inform or narrate reality, when in fact, there is a separation. Not every reality is founded in memory. What you are experiencing now, there are things that your memory can't inform about it because it's here and now. Now, that's not to say you completely discount what the situationship has been, but is it serving you well now? What do you need in the current reality, and what are you getting? Okay. To stop the confusion between history and destiny, first, if you met him today or her, would you choose this inconsistency? Would you sign up? If the answer is no, history is carrying what truth would reject. Number two, separate memory from reality. Don't inform what's real with what you have memory of, such as he knows me, she knows me, we've been through a lot. Well, what about now? Does that bring you peace and clarity now? Number three, mourn the fantasy. Then there is no talking. I'm not signing up for it. There you go. Thank you for joining Roderick Taylor. Thank you, Duwade. Thanks for joining us. Number three, mourn the fantasy. Because sometimes you're not grieving him or her. I hope you hear this and can receive it. Sometimes in mourning the fantasy, you're not grieving him or her. You're grieving the version of him or her that you invented. He never was faithful. He never was fully committed. That's what you invented. And that's what you're grieving. And you can grieve it. And you can cry for that dream if needed. But then you must release it. So if you want to stop confusing history with destiny, ask yourself, if I met him or her today, would I choose this inconsistency? Would I sign up? If the answer is no, history is carrying what truth would reject. Number two, separate memory from reality, because your memory might be revisionistic. It might be informing reality that the past was so great. He knows you so well. He knows what you want. He knows your heartbeat. You're so in sync. Inconsistency and in sync don't go together. One of them is likely not true. And number three, mourn the fantasy. You're grieving the version of him or her that you invented, not him or her. And you can cry for that dream. You can mourn that dream, but then you will need to release it. Now, some people stay stuck because they're loyal to imagination and may not be fully aware of it. Have you ever met anybody like that? If you have, I want you to click a heart or a like or drop something in the comments to say, yeah, I've known somebody like that. And if you're courageous, say, yeah, me. Okay. We're talking across platforms tonight. It's love and stuff. We're on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, of course, from which we emanate. We're on YouTube events. Nicole said, yep. We're on Twitch TV, and we're hoping that you're clicking share and tagging 5 of your closest connections, followers, or subscribers, 5 of your friends to join in the conversation. And we're going to continue and go to point number 3. We want to help you set healthy boundaries. I want to tell you a little bit about, well, since she is on, I'm going to show you a quick thing from Nicole and her beads. Now, don't you tell me that those aren't amazing beads. Nicole Baldwin, I'm sure she can tell you more. She can drop it in the comments and we'll circulate it across platforms. That's amazing work. And if you love beautiful things, you should absolutely get you some beautiful beads. All right. Thank you, Nicole, for being a partner to the Love and Stuff community. We love you. All right. I'm moving on to point number 3. We're talking from the inbox of a woman who has been in relationship with this guy. I call it situationship for 15 years on and off. And we're talking about setting healthy boundaries. So we're in point 3 because point 1 was all about uh, believing patterns, not promises. Okay. And the how to go about it is to write down the pattern timeline. When did he disappear? When did he return? What did he want when he returned? Did he get it? Did he disappear again? Was commitment ever offered? He leaves, he returns, he receives, he retreats, he repeats. That's not confusion, that's a system. 2, judge action over words. Stop scoring conversations and start scoring behavior. Okay? Is he choosing you publicly? Is he building and planning a future with you? Has he sacrificed for you? And 3, rename the relationship honestly, not soulmate, not forever person. It's intermittent emotional access. Okay. Point 2, stop confusing history with destiny. Dr. Esther Perel, who is an attachment theory expert, and Dr. Sue Johnson say just because someone has been in your life for a long time, it doesn't mean that they are meant to be there forever or meant to be in the number one spot. We confuse longevity with capability, with compatibility, familiarity with safety, chemistry with destiny. People stay tied to dynamics because they are familiar, not necessarily because they are fulfilling. Some people aren't your future, they're your habit. And you got to break it by setting healthy boundaries. Okay. And the 3 how to's are: if you met this person today and could put aside history, nostalgia, old memories, old music, old songs, would you choose the inconsistency that they offer? Would you sign up for it? If your answer is no, then history is carrying what truth would reject. All right. Number 2, you got to separate memory from reality. You know, are you saying he just knows me so well? Nobody knows me like him. Nobody loves me like him. We've been through a lot. Well, what is he really offering you now? What is he demonstrating to show that love? How does he show up? And what peace or clarity exists today? Don't let your memory rewrite reality, right? And number 3, mourn the fantasy. Because sometimes you're not grieving that person, you're grieving the version of him or her that you invented. Cry over that if you must, but then release it. Because you don't want to be like some people who stay stuck because they're loyal to imagination. And that brings us to point 3, boundaries require consequences. Oh, no, absolutely. I'm coming back to it. She makes men's beads, I'm sure. Oh, Nicole, that's what we're all about. I think you know that. That's we should be lifting every business person. We should be lifting them up. And you've proven your love for the Love and Stuff community. You've been a great supporter, and I want to support you as often as I can. So she is on Instagram and YouTube at Beading with Nicole B. Bead apostrophe N with Nicole B. Check out her beads. She has beautiful stuff. And Roderick, I'm sure she can do something beautiful for you. She said, yes, she does. All right. Nope, no worries. James Arnold, thanks for joining. Click share so more people can know about your beads. And I just need more promos so that I can advertise it more often. It'd be my pleasure. All right. Point number 3, boundaries require consequences. So Dr. Nedra Glover Tawwab, who does boundary work, and Dr. Henry Cloud and John Townsend help us with our 3rd truth. A boundary without a consequence is really just a suggestion. A boundary without consequence is really just a suggestion. So if you say, I need more, I deserve clarity, I can't keep doing this, but then you still answer every late night call, every lonely text, every emotional emergency, You're teaching them how to treat you and that your words don't matter. Dr. Tawab teaches that boundaries are about what you will not allow or what you will do. It's not to control somebody else, it's about what you will accept. Have you ever said that? I need more. I need this. But then your actions don't back up what you say you need. I need more quality time, but they go ghost for 2 weeks and they can come back and do whatever. So here are the how-tos when you want to set clear, healthy boundaries. Number 1, reduce access immediately. And I know that's hard when you love to be up under somebody and whenever they're present, it just makes you feel good. Reduce access immediately. No more unlimited emotional subscription. I love that one, Dr. Tawab. No more unlimited emotional subscription. Stop instant replies. Stop crisis counseling. Stop relationship wife benefits without relationship title commitment. Reduce access immediately. And this is a tough one for most people who are engrossed in the emotion, this emotional imagination around what you have created in your mind is occurring. It's hard to let go of that imagination, right? But no more unlimited emotional subscriptions. I love that so much. I'm going to have to do something with that. I love it. Reduce access immediately. That's number 1. Number 2, communicate clearly once. Something like, I care about you, but this dynamic no longer works for me. I need this relationship rooted in clarity and reciprocity. No speech, no debate, or no speeches, no debate teams. This ain't the great debate. I care about you, but this no longer serves me well. I need starting today. And hold them to it. I love you, but this dynamic of you disappearing for weeks at a time no longer serves me well. I need you present. I need transparency in our relationship. I need clarity about who I am to you and who you are to me. I need to be in a reciprocal adult relationship. Period. No negotiation, no speeches, no debate teams. And 3, hold, please, through discomfort. Because they may guilt trip you, they may charm you, they may buy you gifts, give you your love language and your love language. Come on, somebody. My love language is quality time. So if I'm telling a friend, you're not giving me enough of your time, and all of a sudden you're giving me all of your time, that's a way to charm me, right? Suddenly they become attentive. Suddenly they send in flowers. Suddenly. And that's often reaction when you lose access. That's not transformation, though. That's panicked behavior. But you're going to wait it out for sustained change. Have you ever met somebody that only appreciated your value when boundaries arrived? Now all of a sudden, well, see how well they are consistent with those boundaries. It's important for them to be consistent with boundaries. All right. Roderick says, wow. Nicole says, yeah. I hope you will click, share, and tag someone. I want to tell you about something we got coming up, which we're trying to make it very engaging for everyone. It's 36 questions that lead to love 2.0.
Can 36 questions make you fall in love? What if I told you 2 young psychologists discovered over 30 years ago that just 36 questions could create real closeness between complete strangers? And that the same questions might lead you to love or help you discover more about yourself than you ever imagined. This isn't a dating gimmick. It's an experiment that's been studied and repeated around the world. People walked in as strangers and walked out feeling deeply connected. Some even got married. But here's the twist. It's not just about romance. These questions open the door to vulnerability, honesty, and self-reflection. They help you see who you are, how you love, and what really matters to you in relationships. So whether you're looking for love or looking to learn more about yourself in the process, click the link, sign up, and let's walk through these 36 questions together. Who knows? Love might just be one question.
Who knows? Love might just be a moment away. All right. So if you're interested in 36 questions that lead to love, I'd love for you to sign up. All you have to do is scan this QR code right there, and you will find out all the information if you are looking for love. All right. 36 questions that lead to love. All right. All right. Thank you so much. We are from the inbox talking about a 15-year situationship, and we walked through some steps to help people set healthy boundaries. You know, inside Love and Stuff is a group inside of our Love and Stuff community where we're serious and intent about self-care. And we're in month 4 of our journey. And this month is all about setting healthy boundaries. So I wanted to raise this topic because I think it's an important topic for setting boundaries in your life, because we all teach people how to treat us. Point 1, we talked about believe the patterns, not the promises. Dr. John Gottman, who's a relationship expert, and Dr. Ramani Duversala, who is a behavioral consistency expert, both talk through their decades of research that stable commitments are built on trust, consistency, responsiveness, and commitment. All are patterns, not potential. When someone shows you the pattern that he returns, he leaves, he returns, he receives, he repeats, he retreats, that's not confusion, that's a system. And when people benefit from ambiguity, Dr. Ramani says, they rarely rush to clarify it. So the 3 how-tos is to write the pattern timeline. When did he disappear? When did he return? What did he want when he returned? Did he get it? Did he disappear again? Was commitment ever offered? Seeing the patterns on paper helps you to break the fantasy. Number 2, judge actions over words. Stop scoring conversations and start scoring behaviors. Not, he said he loved me. He said he cared for me. He said he'd never leave me. Did he choose you publicly? Did he plan and build a future with you? Is he sacrificing for you? Number 3, rename the relationship honestly. Not, this is my soulmate. This is my forever person. This is an intermittent emotional access. Okay. Point 2, stop confusing history with destiny. Just because someone has been in your life for a long time does not mean they should be number 1, and it does not mean that they will be there forever. Because many people confuse longevity with compatibility, confuse familiarity with safety, confuse chemistry with destiny. Dr. Esther Perel says people stay tied to dynamics because they are familiar, not because they are fulfilling. Some people aren't your future, they're your habit. The 3 how-tos are put aside history and nostalgia and old music, old memories. If you met this person today, would you choose the inconsistency that they offer? If no, you wouldn't sign up. History is carrying what truth would reject. Number 2, separate memory from reality. You know, we say, he's the only one that knows me. He knows me so well. We done been through so much together. Well, what is he offering you now? What is she doing now? Is she showing up the right way now? Does she bring peace and clarity to your life now? Number 3, mourn the fantasy, because sometimes we're grieving the version of the person we invented and not the actual person. And you can grieve over that if you must, but then be prepared to release it, because you don't want to be stuck being loyal to imagination. Point 3, we talked about boundaries require consequences, because a boundary without consequence is just a suggestion. You can't say, I need more, I need clarity, I deserve this, I can't keep doing this, but then you're still answering late night calls. Let me borrow 20 texts, lonely texts, emotional emergencies. You're teaching them how to treat you and that your words don't matter. Okay? You got to teach boundaries about what you will do. Okay? No more unlimited emotional subscription. You must reduce access immediately. Okay? Stop the instant replies, the crisis counseling, the relationship wife benefits without relationship title commitment, and communicate it clearly once. No speeches, no debates. I love you, but this dynamic doesn't serve me well. I need this now. And 3, hang in there. Tie a knot and hang in there. Hold through the discomfort of sticking to what you know is right, because they may guilt trip you. They may charm you. They may suddenly become attentive. But it's not transformation if it's not sustained change. It is panicked behavior. And point 4, make room in your life for real love. Real love. Expert Brene Brown talks about worthiness. And Dr. Amir Levine, who does attachment theory work, and Dr. Terry Cole, who does boundary work, we combined some of their work for this final truth. Unavailable people occupy the space that available love needs. And if you are spending time occupying that space, the real love that is available can't get in there. When one person has your emotional real estate for 15 years or 2 years, healthy candidates can't reside there. They don't have a chance because there's no room for them to move in. You really can't receive full love while leasing your heart to half love. Here are the 3 how-tos to make yourself available, ready for love. I know you've probably heard that song by India Ari. Create a 90-day detox. No calls, no text, no checking their social. You know how you just want to check in and see how they're doing. Because your nervous system, your parasympathetic system needs time to detach from the intermittent reinforcement that you become accustomed to. You got to create a space for you to learn to do without. So no calls, no text, no emails, no checking their socials. Give your nervous system time to heal from the memory of that intermittent reinforcement. When it's peekaboo, I see you, they pop up. Give your nervous system time to reset. Okay. Number 2, build you a standards list where you write your non-negotiables. Maybe it includes consistency. Maybe it includes emotional intelligence, emotional maturity. Maybe it includes clear intentions, reciprocity, peace. When you have standards, it prevents you from rehiring the old pain or reliving relationships that cannot live up to those standards. And number 3, date from worth, not wounds. So many of us are dating from wounds We're in relationships from wounds, not worth. That's why we're on that self-care journey. You know, we often say in the Love and Stuff community, the quintessential love is God. He is love. And every act, every action that he has done has been himself trying to woo us back to himself, trying to reveal himself to us. And he says he wants us to love him with everything we've got. I'm paraphrasing. And our neighbors as ourselves. So there is from the love a statement that he says, all the commandments and all the prophets hang on these two laws, to love me with everything you got and love your neighbor as yourself. He recognized that we needed to love ourselves. And when you count yourself as worthy, you count yourself as worthy of love. And why wouldn't you? He counts you as worthy. But instead, because of what has happened to us in life, we date and connect out of wounds. And we ask ourselves, who wants me? Who would want me? I'm broken. I'm busted. Who wants me? And that should never be the question you ask. You should ask, who is healthy enough to love me? Who's real enough to hold me? Who's honest enough to walk alongside me? You're worthy and not wounded. Sure, you've been wounded. I've been wounded. We've been wounded. But don't connect out of the wounds. Don't lick your wounds together. Don't commiserate around your wounds. One of you are liable to get healed and you'll have no more connection. You need to do it from a place of worthiness. So again, in point number 4, make room for real love. You must create a 90-day detox, build a standards list, and date from worth, not wounds. To the woman who wrote in and to all of you, he or she may be a meaningful chapter, but chapters are not quite often the whole book. You can say someone is your forever person, but maybe the deeper truth that you have to come to is you must be your forever person first. And once you know it and honor it, everyone else must meet that standard. 15 years doesn't mean you owe 16. 7 years doesn't mean you owe 8. 1 doesn't mean you owe 2. You can let go of a life sentence already finished. Boundaries can change your life and teach others how to treat you and keep you from being trapped in almost love. A place where you're wishing and hoping that it will become potential while constantly ignoring the patterns. Don't choose potential over patterns when people are showing you who they are. What did Dr. Maya Angelou say? Believe them. Understand that not everyone that you are connected with sees you the same way that you see them. But you must see yourself as the worthy human individual that you are to teach other people how to reframe how they see you. I'm so grateful for this inbox topic, and I want to keep the topic alive in the comments. And I hope that you will drop your comments That's right. Why healing is imperative. It is. And we all need it, right, Nicole? We all have been wounded in some way from some relationship, some experience. Wounds are what happen when you live. And I believe what happened when you love. But you got to make sure that you get the healing that you need, to Nicole's point, so that you're not commiserating with someone over wounds. That you're deciding that because you're worthy, you'll walk in that worthiness to convince first yourself and then others. It would stand to reason that if God says something, that we should just believe it. But oftentimes we don't. God says to love your neighbor as yourself. Wait a minute. I'm supposed to love myself? Yes. And if you're supposed to love yourself and God said it, He knows more than we do. He must know that we're worthy of love. And that out of the love that we have for ourselves is how we will love others. I'm convinced that the trauma and tragedy that's happening in our world, where husbands are killing wives and killing their children, husbands are killing themselves, killing their wives and killing themselves in front of their children, is because we haven't gotten the love consideration correct. I know that there is mental unwellness. I know that there are behavioral issues that we have to correct. But I believe that we have not come to the universal truth that God loves us and He's willed us to love ourselves. When you take custody of that, when you take inventory of that, you start to think differently about how precious a commodity you are. That God loved us so much that He made us in His image and likeness, not to be loved, but to be loved, and to be loved by ourselves. I'm trying to tell you, this love and stuff is something else. And if we just one person at a time, one neighborhood at a time, one community, one church, one business, one relationship at a time, increase the amount of love in the world, it will change. It will transform our world and transform the lives of the people that we regularly interact with. I'm Marcus Holmes. I'm the love activist. Listen, I'm advocating for a better love for me and you. And for some of you, it is a new boo or bae, husband or wife, partner, friend. For some of you, you want to improve the relationship with your siblings, with your parents, with your children, with your coworkers, with your kindred and acquaintances. And you should take the time to invest in it, not more at a rate than you invest in love for yourself, than you invest in love for the quintessential love. If that resonates with you, I want you to make sure that you click share and tag someone to keep the conversation going. Tag someone who you're not so sure whether or not they got this love part for themselves going. This may awaken them to think about how to treat themselves differently so that they can teach others to treat them differently as well. Be kind to yourself and each other, and I'll see you Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, you want to join those fellas sports every Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and they're now also on TikTok Live. So check out Sports Talk with Kamal and Felix. Have a grateful evening.
Marcus, I want to congratulate you on Love and Stuff. I really want you to know that staying grateful and understanding the power of what it is to be operating out of a space of abundance and gratitude is the most important part of every journey of every day. So Marcus June, congratulations on this book. It's on Amazon now. That makes me so proud of you and your family and me and my family, and every single person around us gets it. So good on you for bringing it into the hands and the laps and the Kindles of all the people. Okay, so we're going to check it out. Can't wait to learn more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Born and dead, saved by love, count my blessing from above.